Welcome to The Burning of the Midnight Damp, where we are dissecting music history album by album and track by track. And we have come to the second track on Sparks' seventh album, Introducing Sparks, from 1977. And it's a track called Occupation, written by Ron and Russell Mile. After a quite bland
opening track.
Will it pick up from here? That's the question.
We'll see. It's an occupational hazard or not.
Exactly. So we'll jump into it.
Yep.
Have a listen.
Never heard this before.
So we'll see how this goes. Here we go.
That's a nice opening.
Our beans and tumbleweed. We're good on horses, good with guns. We smell, but so does everyone. Oh, an occupation for you. An occupation for you. We doctors are important. Make you feel well again. You open wide and we look in and throw in several aspirin. Oh, an occupation for you. An occupation for you. There are soldiers, sailors, stuntmen, jailers, shooters, G-men. Unless your daddy's rich, you need a lie, you need a lie, you need an occupation. Need a lie, you need a lie, you need an occupation. An occupation for you. Athletes run around and round. We moan and groan and hit the ground. And when we get to 35, we sell cosmetics and survive. Oh, an occupation for you. An occupation for you. There are bodyguards, bouncers, TV announcers, bombers, models. Unless your daddy's rich, you need an occupation for you. How about salesmen? Huh? We salesmen can sell a storm. We'll sell you blankets when you're warm. And if you're really, really warm, we'll sell you too, we've got that charm. And pilots. We pilots take you anywhere. We'll be your father in the air. We'll try to look calm and cool. We're as scared as all of you. There are soldiers and sailors, stuntmen, jailers, shooters and G-men. Unless your daddy's filthy rich, you need an occupation for you. You need a lie, you need a lie, you need an occupation for you. You need a lie, you need a lie, you need an occupation. Need a lie, need a lie, need an occupation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Occupation.
Occupation. It was an interesting opening, and it seemed to go on forever.
It's a long song. I think it's the longest on the album, 5 minutes and 14 seconds. Yeah, the last one is just shy of this, but yeah, so it is the longest one.
Mm. And why did it have to be this long?
Well, there are a lot of occupations.
Yeah,
to
you have
mention.
to, when in doubt, write a list. That's the songwriting tip of making lyrics. What to say about this? It wasn't that bad really, but even though it was the first time I heard it, when we got to the end, I was slowly getting bored. Nothing's much is happening. There was a couple of verses where they highlighted some occupations, and then there were list making, and I don't know.
I enjoy this track.
Didn't do much for me.
I think it has grown on me quite a bit as well. I don't find it boring. I feel it is relatively varied as well. You have this list, as you mentioned, where they just list different occupations. They break up the song a bit. There's a clear chorus here. It's maybe not the strongest point of the song, but yeah, I like the verses and these bridges with the list that come in. Some nice counter melodies at the end as well. So there's a lot going on. At least.
Yeah, well, I have nothing against repetition. I'm a big fan of so-called krautrock, where some bands could have done this for 20 minutes. But maybe it's the competent musicians that make this boring. There's nothing wrong with it. That sounds like a bad example of what's wrong. That nothing is wrong, but yeah, it didn't do anything for me, except for the opening.
You mean that it kind of lacks a little bit personality, or
yeah. Well, what is art? What is art? Is it perfect or not? Craftsmanship, perfect craftsmanship, music as sports. You could be a very competent musician and can play all the notes and blah blah blah, but it doesn't mean that that it's artful, that it connects with you on some level. It could just as easy be someone who doesn't hit all the right notes, and yeah. This is an old discussion that you find in all arts.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
a photorealistic painting is a very good craftsmanship, but you can get more emotional resonance from something that is far away from that.
I think as a song, both musically and lyrically, it is quite typical Spark song. Maybe, as you said, played by a band that is too slick. Maybe imagine this being played by the British band. Those who made Kimono My House, doing discreet, rougher around the edges, maybe a more punchy bass, for example. I think this would have been a great track. So I don't think it's I mean, as I said, I like it, so I don't have that much to criticize it about, or criticize about it. But I think, as you said, maybe the performance there is a bit too bland, or at least it could have been maybe even more interestingly made. But I find it interesting song under there. and compared to the opener, for example, this is a much better track for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a better track, and but well, it's not in my top 50 Sparks list
Well, maybe not
as of yet.
mine either, but yeah, no, it's certainly not a bad track.
There were some interesting details. There was some with the guitar just sort of starting up before it really started up, and so well, maybe I'll give it a go again and see.
Yeah, it is a song I didn't like in the beginning. I think maybe I didn't particularly like the la la and occupation parts in the chorus and the intro, but it has grown on me, and yeah, the lyrics are funny. The way they describe these different occupations as super simplistic. Doctors are important when they open you and throw in some aspirin, and that's all they do, kind of.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
No,
they,
well, maybe I just I can listen to a lot of strange things that go on forever, but I have a low tolerance for rock and roll that you can buy by the yard, and this was a bit like that.
I respect that. I'm not sure I agree completely, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It was a song that was actually record company, or we think the record company considered released as the second single, or a single, because they made a music video for it, which was very simple. Only Russell standing there, black background, singing the song, with Ron playing the keyboards, and that was it. It was never released on singles anywhere, most likely because the first single didn't do anything at all, and the album didn't sell at all, and they were quickly dropped from Columbia after this. But yeah, there is a music video out there for it, which isn't very interesting either.
Was it edited for length?
I would guess so. That I don't know, but I would assume it's shorter, probably around 3 minutes.
Yeah, long for a 7-inch.
Yeah, it's actually been covered once by a fan, I think we must say. There was a Sparks tribute album that came in 2018 called Womp That Cover. Which doesn't make any sense to you, I guess, but there's an album called Womp That Sucker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In the early 80s.
Yeah.
A guy called Ross Patrick, acoustic bedroom recording, basically. Is not the most interesting cover, maybe, but yeah, there is at least a cover version of it out there. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. We don't have much more else to add to it or information around it. So please leave a comment below and let us know what you think about the song. And we'll continue on to the next track in a couple of days, called Ladies. Until then, you must all have a big thanks for listening in on us, and we'll see you again in a couple of days. So until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.